Hi, Thomas.
Hi.
Talk to us about what the emotions are like heading into a game like this, into a final.
I'm excited for the Vancouver derby. I'm not sure how important it is for the city. I wished it would be a little bit more important. Yeah, I'm from Munich, and we have in Munich two very big clubs, former rivals, but the fan bases are still rivals. So it's a little bit different because I didn't recognize a lot of this rivalry. So I wished it would be a little bit more. But I'm excited. Maybe we can see it a little bit in the stadium Wednesday. I hope for it. But on the sports side, we are just very focused, very confident. We have a very good period at the moment as a whole group, because we have many changes as well in the starting lineups due to injuries, due to maybe some rotation, normal rotation, and we are always able to compete. We are always able to fight back if we are down during a game, and the whole squad looks very strong, and that gives me a really good feeling for Wednesday.
Now, this could be a historic game for the club, 4 in a row. Could be a historic game for you. What does that... I'm sure you don't think about it, you're focused on the game, but what does it mean?
Yeah, maybe it could be historic, but would this history felt so much and so important, 4 in a row, because next year we want to go for 5 in a row, and in my case it's maybe my 5th. Thank you, Sarita. 35th title in my. I already told I'm not playing for titles. I'm playing for the competition, to compete for titles. For sure, in the end you want to do it to present your fans and the crowds some silverware and to have a party, but in the end I'm not focused on making history. I'm focused on have this winning feeling, have this feeling that we are strong and we progress as a team, and enjoy the game of football together. That's what I'm focused on, but I'm aware of a cup game. It's a cup game, everything can happen, you have to be ready, and the only goal is to win it. We don't just want to play it. That's clear for everyone in the group.
First and foremost, how is your health? Do you envision yourself playing on Wednesday?
I hope so. I don't know what Jesper said to you or spoke to you, but I'm ready. I'm ready to play. You know, it was a very small injury. Yeah, as a player, you're not happy if something happened. But I was back very, very quick and played from the beginning 60 minutes. We played with a high intensity in Seattle, so my body felt good, and yeah, I'm ready to go.
I think it's been remarkable what this team has managed to accomplish with all the injuries to so many key players, so many different starting 11 formations, but there's still so much to play for. There's the unprecedented four in a row. If we can win the Canadian Championship, you're top 4 in the MLS right now. There's still the Supporter Shield to play for. How do you balance all of that, also realizing that you need your health come playoff time?
Yeah, I think it's really important and a big part of Jesper's job at the moment to manage it right. And you only know to manage it right after you did it or after you see the results, because you are always judged by results. And until now, we find a good balance between it, between this, okay, we want to win every game, but we have to take care of our team, of our squad, to be ready for the playoffs. But as I mentioned before, I think we can believe in every players in the squad. For example, Ralph Priso played now first time in his career, I think, center back, and he played a great game. So we can rely on our guys. And that's a very important message, internal and also external, and that's good for Jesper and good for the Whitecaps. But we want to win every game. That's the mentality. That's the mentality of our boys, also of the coaching staff, and we want to show this mentality also to our fans, to the crowds, to the city. I came here, and when I talked to some people, we're never winning something. The Whitecaps are not winning, the Canucks are not winning, and I have the feeling the Vancouver people, they accept not winning, and
you're not used to that.
I'm not used to that, and I want to change it a little bit, maybe just a little bit. So that the people care a little bit more about winning, or even if we not win, that they care a little more about it. Sorry.
Thomas, I guess just speak to Vancouver FC. Obviously a unique season. You know, they've struggled a lot in the league, but in the cup it's just kind of clicked for them. And even we're starting to see a little bit lately their form. Just speak to this challenge. I'm sure there's been a few times as well with Bayern Munich where you guys would reach a final and maybe you play a team with nothing to lose. What's kind of the challenge with something like that?
The challenge is the expectation. The expectation is that we win it clear, I think. But it's still a soccer game, and in soccer you are able as a group, even if you are maybe a lower class team, or you're able with tactics, and also if you go 100%, then maybe a little bit above. I know it's not possible to go above 100, but you know what I mean. Yeah. When you do the extra meter and you have a little bit the luck on your side, in a football game you can have a red card, and that changes the game totally, and also maybe the starting line. And everybody knows that this is only one game. It's a sudden death, and then maybe the pressure comes up, and so things can happen during a game. That's what it is, and that's what we have to deal with it. But I feel that we are ready for it. We are ready for it, and so I'm not scared, or no doubts. I have no doubts that we are ready for this challenge, but it will be a challenge, 100%.
I just kind of wanted to ask you about the unique nature of this. Like, you're playing a club that's 3 years old, that come from a league that's like 7 years old. This tournament itself, it's since 2008, it's there behind you. Just Canadian football, it's obviously growing a lot. There's a lot happening. Just how does it feel to kind of be part of moments like this, and kind of, because you know, when you come from Germany where it's been around for so long. I think
it's nice to be part of a development, part of an upslope, part of. You can see it in the Canadian national team as well. It's not only a trend. You have the players are developing as well. You have better players in Canada now, and sometimes it's also about maybe you have some good years, but I think it's more about maybe that the whole system now is getting better and better. To be honest, I have no clue. I have no clue about the youth system in Canada, but I can see the Canadian national team, and they do really well. We have some really good Canadian players as well in our squad. We, as a Canadian club, also want to represent the upslope, even if you are very international, to be honest. We have international coaches, international players, but we want to be part of that. But that's the story beside the things I'm focused on. But it's a nice story.
We'll now go online. We'll start with Michael McCall and then Har Joe Hall. Michael, please.
Hi, Thomas.
Hi.
Talking about intensity and being in the right mindset. When you were with Bayern, obviously you were big favourites for a lot of the games, especially cup games. I don't really want to bring back the bad memory of the Saarbrücken game from 23, but that does show what can happen in one-off cup ties. Have you spoken to the squad about having that right mindset and not taking anything for granted in this?
Thanks for reminding me. But you can take not only the Saarbrücken game. We had Kiel. We had, I think, the last couple of years with Bayern in the cup was not really a successful story. No, I don't have spoken with the team about that, because I feel that we are ready and we take every game almost the same. We have this winning spirit. We went to Seattle, and Seattle is a very strong home team. They won the, what's the cup called? Leagues Cup against Miami a few weeks ago. So they showed that they are a very good team, and we went there to win. You saw our first half, you saw our intensity. They were used to have the ball a lot, but we took it from them. We pressed them really hard. So you can see our mentality, we are not scared about negative outcomes. We are aware of it, and we try to have our good behaviors on the pitch to avoid problems as good as possible. But in our minds, it's just to make sure that we are in a good position to win games, and even if maybe not good things happen during a game, if we get goals against us, we are able to come back and fight back, and that will be important for Wednesday as well. But we don't have to speak about the negative outcomes of the past, or I don't know.
Talking of the Seattle game, that was your first experience of an away game in MLS, the first Cascadian derby that you had. What did you make of that occasion, the atmosphere, and the chance to lift the Cascadian Cup at the end?
Yeah, the atmosphere was really good. You could feel Seattle is also a sports city. Next to the soccer stadium was, I think, a baseball game. So many people went there to this place to watch sports, to take part of the sports as well, and you could feel that they love soccer there. That was a nice feeling, and there was also a much better feeling when we scored our first goal to quiet them a little bit down. But after that, the five minutes later, they struck back, and in the end, it was a nice experience. We had the feeling, that maybe they didn't expect that we would come with this kind of intensity. It was also a little bit of a playoff experience, and to lift the trophy in the end, the Cascadia Cup, was nice. It was also nice to see our fans being in an away game. To be honest, it's the closest one we could have. But for my first away game, I chose the right one.
Thank you, Michael. We'll finish with Har, please.
Thomas, it's lovely to see you on this rainy day. Thank you for taking time.
Hi.
The team had 2 draws last week. I'm wondering, how important is it for you as a player on this team to maybe win the Supporters' Shield, because the fans are talking about it, and it's still achievable with games in hand?
Yeah, it's achievable, and we were not super happy with the draws when we look at the results. But when you look at the games and how we played it and how we reacted, and when you look more into the soccer things, not only about the result things, we were happy with it and confident for the upcoming games. We have to take care and have to take it one by one, because you saw in the last couple of games, injuries can happen every time. We don't want to talk about it too much, because it is what it is, and our squad is strong enough to deal with it. But for sure, when we look at the league games, we want to win it. We want to win all 3 league games, and then we want to see what happens with the points. And but our focus is now on Wednesday. Not even because it's the next game, because as we mentioned before, it's a cup final. and everything what's coming after that. Yeah, we treat it maybe on Thursday or Friday, or yeah. But now we're focused on the cup.
Thomas, you did mention injuries, so I'm going to ask you a little bit. How strong do you think this team is going to be when Ryan Gall's out there, when Brian's fully fit? Because the fans, they're excited to see all three of you. You've been training with Galdi, you've had a little bit of work with Brian, you had set him up on that goal. How much enthusiasm is there for that trio to be out there?
Yeah, I don't think too much about the trio, but I'm very excited to play with Goldie. Goldie is the franchise player here for, I think, the last 4 years, or he was one of the most important players in the last couple of years. If you train with him, you can see his skills, you can see his effort he's putting in. And when I arrived here, I could see his face, and it was still painful sometimes. But the last couple of weeks, the smile was getting bigger and bigger, and I think he's ready to compete in the next couple of weeks. Jesper and the medical staff make sure that they find the right moment for him. But I'm excited to play with Goldie, and yeah, with Brian I already played, but you can see that he's a goal scorer. He knows how to put it in the back of the net, and yeah, we are happy for every player is coming back, but as I'm used to play team sports, and you could see it now in the last couple of weeks, we need everybody, and not only maybe bigger names. Sometimes players you don't have on your list pop up and then decide games and are very important for the group.
Perfect. And that concludes today's media conference.
Thank
you,
you.
everyone.
Thank you to you all.